Good morning. I'm going to call to order this meeting of the Sweetwater City Council for March 10th at 9 a.m. And we'll begin by asking Chief Stroman if he'll give the invocation, and Councilmember McPherson will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good morning. Please pray with me. Heavenly Father, we come to you in prayer today and just thank you for this time that we're able to be here. Thank you for the act of this meeting. It's kind of one of those things where we're in churches and in general, we don't always view business as being an act of worship, but stewarding the community and the city that you've given us to live in and to occupy, we certainly praise you for that, and pray that this would be an act of worship, an act of stewardship. Lord, we thank you for the beautiful weather. Pray that you would bless us with rain, if it's in your will, and just keep everyone safe. And again, just guide our meeting this morning, that everything would be in accordance with your will, that you would have your way with our community. These things pray in your name.
Amen.
Please join me in reciting the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Okay, we will start off with item 4, which is to discuss and act upon approval of the minutes for the meeting held on February 10th. Do I hear a motion?
I make them approve the minutes.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. If there's no discussion, we'll vote. All those in favor of approving the minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And the minutes are approved. Item 5 calls for public input. At this time, anyone is allowed to speak on any matter other than personnel matters or matters under litigation for a length of time not to exceed 3 minutes. No council discussion or action may take place on a matter until such matter has been placed on an agenda and posted. Is there anyone who would like to speak? Would you come to the podium, please? And if you don't mind, state your name and address.
My name is Brenda Randy, and the address we're talking about today is 705 West 8th Street. Never been here before, and I'm wondering what it's just their house was talking. But that was my mom's house that got burnt down, and now I'm responsible for getting it cleaned up. And I got a letter, and so now I'm here to try to get some more time to get it cleaned up.
Have you started cleaning it? I mean, have you somebody started cleaning or
No, not at
y'all?
all. I'm just me for myself, and I haven't started cleaning it at all, and I didn't really know what to start doing even. I mean, how much am I supposed to just demolish it completely? I don't even know any guidance and help. But I've got some people now that are willing to come and help me. It's not completely burned down, but it's some teenagers burned it down, and now I'm responsible for cleaning it up. And I just need, some more time to get it done.
Okay.
Have you been given a deadline?
I got a letter, but I don't know what the deadline, I think it's passed, so that's why I'm trying to plead my case, because I didn't have any money to do it before, I've got some people to help me.
Okay. All right. Would you visit with me after the meeting if you can stay that long?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to speak? Okay. Okay, I'm now going to read into the record a proclamation. Whereas Title 8 of the Civil Rights Act of 1968, as amended, prohibits discrimination in housing and declares it a national policy to provide within constitutional limits for fair housing in the United States, and whereas the principle of fair housing is not only national law and national policy, but a fundamental human concept and entitlement for all Americans, and whereas the National Fair Housing Law during the month of April provides an opportunity for all Americans to recognize that complete success in the goal of equal housing opportunity can only be accomplished with the help and cooperation of all Americans. Now therefore, we, the City Council of the City of Sweetwater, do proclaim April as Fair Housing Month in the city of Sweetwater, and do hereby urge all the citizens of this locality to become aware of and support the fair housing law. Moving on to our regular agenda, 7A, we will discuss and act upon an ordinance approving or declaring unopposed candidates in the May 2nd, 2026 general election. Does council have any questions for Becky? Do I hear a motion?
Motion. I'll second the motion.
Is there any further discussion? And we'll vote on the motion. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, I'll now read the ordinance into the record. An ordinance of the City of Sweetwater, Texas, declaring unopposed candidates in the May 2nd, 2026 general election elected to office, canceling the election for contest with unopposed candidates, making various findings and provisions related to the subject, and providing for an effective date. And I would like to thank Councilmember Boyle and Councilmember Baker, I'll thank him later, for their willingness to serve another term on the council. 7B, discuss and consider and act upon approval of the comprehensive annual report for the fiscal year ending September 30th, 2025. Do we have any questions for Krista, or we're going to hear from Kathy? Absolutely.
I'd like to begin by congratulating the Finance Department. They have won the GFOA Award for Excellence in Financial Reporting for the 46th consecutive year on their last year's audit. Great work on their part. Their independent auditor's report, in my opinion, the financial statements are fairly presented in all rational respects, so that's an opinion on your financial statements as a whole. And in regard to internal control over financial reporting and compliance and other matters, again, there were no findings and no material deficiencies of any kind.
Do you have any questions? Do I hear a motion to approve the,
I'll make a motion to
Report.
approve the comprehensive annual financial report.
Second.
there's a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
No opposed, then the motion carries. Kathy, is this your last audit? Okay, I just would like to thank you for the years of service and what a wonderful job you've done for the city of Sweetwater. Thank you, ma'am. Enjoy your retirement.
She will be missed. But I think we have a good team for her.
In a hurry.
Okay, 7B. Bear with me. Okay, 7C, discuss and consider and act upon a resolution, or did you need to make comments about?
No, sir.
Okay. Discuss and consider and act upon a resolution to designate authorized signatories for the 2025 Texas Community Development Block Grant Program, agreement number CDV 25-0095.
This just authorizes the mayor and the city manager to be the authorized officials to sign the actual contracts, and the finance director and assistant city manager to sign all, financial and answer any questions. This is just a requirement of the Texas Community Block.
Any other questions? Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. If there's no further discussion, we'll vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion is approved. I'll now read the resolution into the record. A resolution of the City Council of the City of Sweetwater, Texas, authorizing the City of Texas, City of Sweetwater representatives in matters pertaining to the city's participation in the Texas Community Development Block Grant Program. Going on 7D, discuss and consider and act upon a resolution adopting required community development block grant civil rights policies.
These policies ensure that the city complies with federal regulations relating to housing, non-discrimination, citizen participation, accessibility for individuals with disabilities, and equal access to program benefits. Adoption of these policies is required by the Texas Community Development Act.
Thank you. Any questions or discussions? I'll entertain a motion.
Motion. I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. If there's no further discussion, we'll go ahead and vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And the motion is approved. And I will read the resolution into the record. Now, therefore, it be resolved by the City Council of Sweetwater, Texas, that the City of Sweetwater adopts, reaffirms citizen participation plan and grievance procedures, excessive force policy form, fair housing policy, section 504 policy, and grievance procedures and code of conduct policy. The City of Sweetwater affirms its commitment to ensuring the right to seek law enforcement and/or emergency assistance as documented in the Violence Against Women Act certification. The City of Sweetwater affirms its commitment to conduct a project-specific analysis and take all appropriate action necessary to comply with program requirements for Section 3 Economic Opportunity, Limited English Proficiency, and Activity to affirmatively further fair housing choice. Item 7E, discuss, consider, and act upon approving an addendum to the meet and confer agreement between the City of Sweetwater and the the Sweetwater Police Association that would allow for hiring incentive to be offered to qualified lateral police candidates as determined by the Chief of Police.
Good morning again. So we're extremely proud of the partnership that city leadership and the Sweetwater Police Association have whenever there's items that need to be addressed outside of standard civil service law in Chapter 143. This is an act that we cumulatively all believe will benefit the city and the department, given that I would say nationwide, if not at least statewide and regionally, police agencies across all of those areas are hitting critical staffing levels. We're not exempt locally from that. The local police academy had so few candidates at the last application process that they had to delay the opening of one of their academies because there weren't enough candidates. That leaves police agencies competing for the already small pool of existing police officers. Most agencies around us and across the state are starting to do that or have been doing that by means of a competitive lateral entry bonus. This is a program and an addendum to our meet and confer agreement that would allow us to also be competitive and try to attract already certified candidates, which defrays the cost of training new candidates, placing them through the lengthy academy process, and kind of basically saves us quite a bit if we can already attract those certified candidates.
Bonus amount?
So it's currently listed as $10,000. That's the sign-on bonus, and it requires a 3-year commitment. If they fail to complete that 3-year commitment, there is a clause in the contract that allows us to try to recover that if we consider it appropriate.
Is that gonna all be paid up at front, or is it over time, over their 3-year period, or their first year?
So we've looked at several different options, including staggering it out. But our goal is to try to get these candidates to relocate to Sweetwater, and so it's an upfront amount of $10,000 whenever they sign on to help cover moving expenses, maybe a down payment on a house. Because our goal is to bring them in and assimilate them into our community along with putting them in our apartment, and so it's an upfront payment.
What do you do as far as like trying to advertise to get people interested in here, other than the bonus? Do you spend money on ads, like you put out for resumes? How does that work with the SPD?
So we actually, and it's the brainchild of some of our officers, Corporal Curtis Hamlin here, who's the vice president of the association, serves on our newly formed recruiting team. Because we figure this is a war we have to fight on multiple fronts. And so we've met with them as far as going out and trying to hit every single academy. Assistant Chief Valencia has compiled a list of all academies that meet across the state. And then we've also been working with Kathleen and a local company here that has actually put us together a recruiting package that would include printed materials, visual representations, and then probably our next project that we're looking at is actually filming a recruiting ad. And then whenever we try to hit our target audience, we would actually pay to get that in certain Facebook or social media spots, along with trying to get it into some of the streaming services. Just showing we're here, we've got really good benefits, we work in a good municipality and try to increase our recruiting. So we've actually got a package that really can launch on that as well.
How understaffed are we right now?
So it's always a complicated thing to answer whenever we look at individuals who are out on extended sick leave. We've got 3 candidates who are currently, or 3 cadets in the police academy. But as of right now, we still have 3 or 4 positions that we can stand to fill. Our patrol shifts are currently running on minimal staffing on pretty much every shift.
Any further questions with the chief?
I move we approve the addendum to the meet and confer agreement.
Okay. Have a motion. Do I hear a second? If there's no further discussion, we'll go ahead and vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And the motion approves. Item 7F, which is to discuss, consider, and act upon orders declaring structures on described property within city limit of Sweetwater in Texas to be dilapidated and or deteriorated and unfit for human habitation so as to require repair, rehabilitation, or demolition, providing a time with which to rehabilitate, repair, or demolish such structures, and providing for the repair, rehabilitation, or demolition and removal, which requires a public hearing. At this time, City Attorney Samantha Morrow will swear in code enforcement officers Robert Soto and Brad Grizzle for their testimony regarding the following property in the public hearing.
Good morning. You are being presented as witnesses to provide testimony in this regard. Will you please state your name?
Robert Soto.
And do you both solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give in the matter pending before the City Council is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Please proceed.
Okay. Good morning.
Okay.
what we have here is,
Let me open the,
oh, I'm sorry.
okay, that's, thank you. Do we have a motion to open the public hearing for 307 Canfield Street?
I'll make a motion. Open the hearing.
Okay.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to open public hearing. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, so we are now in public hearing.
We have this 307 Canfield, this property here is, it's, as you can see, substandard property. It's actually across the street from middle school, so it causes, some safety issues there that we're needing to get addressed. And we're here to, 2 letters sent out for the, substandard warning, and then for the second letter for the bid from council. So we're requesting for approval to move forward to remove the dilapidated structure at 307 Canfield.
That's all else comments? Okay, is there anyone here, anyone else who wants to speak on 307 Canfield Street? Would you please step up here?
Hi, I'm Jana Hall. I'm the owner of 307 Canfield. And since, if those pictures are dated 12/31/25, since then we have addressed the overgrowth of the property. We've purchased lumber to secure the windows that are broken out and wish to rehabilitate the property. We do have a plan to, once the windows are secured, to repaint and repair the siding. So, you know, I would say we would want to, ask the council for added time to secure the property, and for it not to be demolished or anything like that.
How much time do you need?
I mean, to secure the outside, a month maybe, I mean, a month or two, as far as the interior of getting it actually where it can be, rented out or sold. I couldn't really give a time frame for that.
Jane, is it structurally sound, as far as you know?
Yes, we've, had leveling of the, foundation done already, so I would say yes, it would be.
But you can't give us a specific time on which you plan to bring this up to standard for the city? It's kind of an open-ended.
I mean, meaning like to have it rented or sold, or just that
For all
that
the renovations that y'all are
outside is-
planning,
I'm sorry.
for all the renovations you're planning.
I mean, I would say initially when we got the code enforcement, that we have addressed the lawn and can quickly address the open windows and painting it, where it just won't look dilapidated. As far as the interior, there's removal of old furniture that needs to be done and an upgrade to kitchen, bathroom, flooring. I mean, it's a fairly extensive interior renovation, and that's why I just don't know if that would be, you know, how long that would take, and I guess I would want direction from y'all on what you would require.
What?
An inspection to see what the inside looks like. So you need an inspection to see what the inside looks like. Is it means? Okay. Yeah, is there a way that you could, I mean, I know you look on the outside, you haven't looked in the inside of the house. Is there a way to inspect it to see what the actual damage is and if it even is able to be saved?
With the property owner's permission, to meet with them, we can go in there and look and determine what needs to be repaired there and kind of work with them on the timeline of what they needed, but we got to get their permission to get it. We don't want to be on public road and they're taking pictures of it.
Is that something, if you don't have a clear timeline because you're not quite sure what's needs to be done? Because it would need to be up to code and ordinance to rent it after the fact anyway, right?
And meaning the interior has a certain code that it has to be at?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I mean, I just don't want the property destroyed. I don't believe it's so dilapidated that it needs to be torn down. You know, I will say I apologize that we haven't been more on top of it, but if the process needs to be, they need to come look at the interior versus I can come back in a certain amount of time and present what we've done.
Well, I think that's basically maybe what we're all trying to say is if you can work with code and then they can see progress. I mean, and say it takes you 2 years, but you're making progress, then I bet that, I mean, is that fair, Samantha? Is that how that works if we,
I think that it would be appropriate to expect the exterior to be fixed within 30 days based on the owner's representation that that's feasible, and then a partnership with code to show progress on the
I
interior.
mean, they'll have to inspect it anyway as you're doing electrical and plumbing, I mean, so.
I think that is doable.
I'll just, I'm a little uncomfortable with an open-ended time frame. In the years I've been on the council, and somebody from code enforcement, feel free to correct me, or a member of the council. I think the longest extension we've ever given has been maybe, I don't think over 6 months, and I'm thinking more in terms of 90 days, okay? But that's for rehabilitation of the entire property. I would be comfortable tabling this matter till our next meeting. That would give code enforcement an opportunity to get inside and look, and also give the property owner little clearer expectations of what the council would like to see. Okay. My 2 cents. Okay. Is there anyone else were you finished with your comments, Ms. Hall?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else like to speak on this? No? Yes, sir.
Everybody knows where this is. It's right by the middle school, and like I said, we got cases on several of those structures on campus. This is just the one that we have that's ready to go in front of you guys. But we are just trying to make an impact in that neighborhood and clean the area up due to its close proximity to the middle school. So I don't want you to feel like you're singing out there.
May I ask a question? From a community safety neighborhood standpoint, what would you recommend to the council as far as a timeline for this?
If they could get it secure, that's the main thing. Is the kids are right there. It's, the playground. You got kids running around all over the neighborhood there, and my initial concern is the security.
You've already done that though, haven't you? Y'all secured the windows?
I have the lumber to do it. It
Okay.
can be done, I would say, very quickly, certainly within 30 days.
And then, like I said, on down the street, there's several dilapidated buildings that probably won't be able to be salvaged. But we do have cases on those, and we're working towards those as well. So.
And at this point, the property owner has received how many notices?
These ones?
On this particular property, yes. How many
They've
notices?
received all the required notices, yes.
2.
Okay. Any other comments or questions? Okay, I will entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
Move to close public hearing.
Second.
All those in favor of closing the public hearing, please say aye.
Aye.
Public hearing is now closed, back in regular session. We will now entertain a motion for this particular property.
Do we have to do anything?
Say again?
Do we have to say, do we have to do anything, or if she's gonna work on it, or do we need, is tabling it appropriate? Or
It's legally permitted. You get to decide.
if we wanna talk about it again next month, okay? I move we table
Okay.
to our next meeting.
We have a motion and a second to table any action. All those in favor, until our next meeting, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, this motion is tabled until our next meeting. Moving to item 7G, to discuss, consider, and act upon authorizing the acceptance of funds from Seed MDD for landscape improvement at the Newman Park Walking Trail. Good morning, Misha.
Good morning. So, the Seed MDD Board of Directors met yesterday, and approved resolution number 2026-001, in relation to, providing up to $45,000 in funding, to plant 50 trees, provide permanent bubbler irrigation, to those trees, and to, partner with the city on some hydro mulch for erosion around the bridges, along with temporary irrigation that will go with that. And so, what I'm asking for from y'all is to authorize the funding, from Seed MDD in the amount of $45,000, or not to exceed $45,000. These will be going around the walking trail, again, 50 trees, some cedar, elm, and live oak are the
How big is the trees?
They're a pretty good size, I would say as tall as me, at least, if not,
That's a pretty small tree.
well,
That's a biased opinion.
I'd say about 5.5, 6 feet, and they, Masterscapes has said that they grow about 2 feet, roughly 2 feet, annually. So,
Any further questions? I will entertain a motion.
A motion we act upon authorizing and accepting funds from CMDD for landscaping improvements at the Newman Park walking trail.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. If there's no more discussion, we'll vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And the motion carries. Item 7J, to discuss, consider, and act upon approval of a Chapter 380 Economic Development Agreement between the City of Sweetwater and Almond Branch Homes LLC for the conveyance and residential development of 701 Wall Street, 703 Wall Street, 705
Dr.
Wall
P.
Street.
We missed
and-
one.
Excuse me,
We didn't go to
7H.
The pool.
No, I make it, no? Okay, let me just bother this one. Okay. Discuss, consider, and act upon authorizing funding from CDMDD for the restoration of municipal swimming pool at Newman Park.
Yesterday, the board also approved resolution number 2026-002, authorizing funding for the upgrading and repairing the city pool. That will include sandblasting, replastering, white quartz tile, and a couple of minor maintenance costs to repair a leak in the water line. We also approved funding to purchase a backup pool pump. That way, if anything should go wrong with our current one, our pool won't be down. And so, what I'm asking for city council is to authorize funding not to exceed $240,000 from CDMDD.
Any further?
Move we approve the pool funding.
Second.
Okay, if there's no more discussion, we'll vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And the motion approves. Okay. Item 7I, which is to discuss and act upon approval of a Charter 380 Economic Development Agreement between the City of Sweetwater and Chowning Realty LLC for the conveyance and residential development of all lots number 10 and 11, Block 102, Orient addition to the City of Sweetwater, Nolan County, Texas, pursuant to Chapter 380 of the Texas Local Government Code.
Okay, so this kind of stems off of our interlocal agreement that was approved by y'all back in January. We have then since got all the remaining taxing jurisdictions to approve the interlocal agreement. So what this allows us to do is we are able to transfer trustee properties now for a minimal amount of money. We don't have to necessarily charge market value. The Chapter 380 is an economic development agreement, essentially stating that we are giving something in exchange for something. Is that correct? More or less. This specific one is for 1006 Elm. Aaron Chowning with Chowning Realty is actually here today, just to kind of support and show his support. But essentially what we were doing is we were transferring this one property for the amount of $10. It's actually 2 lots, so it would be 20 in that case. In exchange for him commencing construction on a single-family home that is at least 950 square feet, has 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, sidewalks, which are already there, so he doesn't have to worry about that. Single, or I guess a separate entrance, that way it's not multifamily. Is there anything else? anyhow, what we were doing is we're transferring the property in exchange for him agreeing to that, commence construction on that, and, he has to finish construction within 270 days of commencement. I brought Jeff Allen just in case. I know we haven't done a lot of chapter 380s, city council wise. I think there's only been one done since I've been here, so, just in case y'all had any legal questions.
Have you seen any of these homes somewhere else where you've laid eyes on?
I have done them in Abilene. I couldn't tell you how many, I can't remember the number, but quite a few homes in Abilene. The plans are there attached in your packet. Generally the same plans for Mr. Chowning and Mr. Smith here. But I have personally not laid eyes on one of the homes.
Is the home that we're talking about discussion 2-bedroom, 1-bath, or 3-bedroom, 2?
3-2,
3-2, okay.
and a 1-car garage.
Okay, not very good.
1,200, a little over 1,200 square feet.
Any further questions or discussion? I guess I need to go into the benefits of infill as far as the city's behalf. I will entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion, we approve the, chapter 380 economic development agreement between the city of Sweetwater and Chowning Realty.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second it.
No further discussion. We'll proceed with a vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, and the motion is approved. Coming back to item 7J, we will move, discuss, consider, and act upon approval of a Chapter 380 Economic Development Agreement between the City of Sweetwater and Almond Branch Homes LLC for the conveyance and residential development of 701 Wall, 703 Wall, 705 Wall Street, 707 Wall Street in Sweetwater, Texas, pursuant to the Chapter 380 of the Texas Local Government Code. Misha.
So, these are a little different. These are modular homes. I have Michael and Beth, from Lubbock here with Almond Branch Homes. Brian and I went down and personally toured some of these, and they were very nice. You really couldn't tell the difference between the modular and just the stick frame up built home. The requirements are a little bit different. These are again 2-bedroom, 1-bath. They must be at least 450 square feet. Must have a single entry. Over on Wall Street, currently there's no curb and guttering, so we listed that as one of the requirements in the Chapter 380. They'll be installing curb and guttering and sidewalks. It meets city code. With the commencement timelines, it's still 60 days, but we're requiring them to be issued a certificate of occupancy within 120 days once they commence construction. So these modular homes are built in their factory in Lubbock. What's the time frame? About 8 weeks?
8 weeks.
About 8 weeks is what it takes to build one, and then they come out, they're set on a permanent foundation. They are not HUD regulated, they are Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation, so not a manufactured home like most y'all would think. This is a modular, it's also known as industrialized housing. If y'all had any questions about the structure or the specifications they're built to, which do have to be city code specifications, that Michael would be happy to answer any questions. Michael was also introduced to us by Beaton Bow Homes, which they're the ones that are doing the Creekside development. He initially started in the single family housing route and moved over to modular.
Do y'all intend to, like, own these and rent them out, or are they for resale?
They will be for resale. Mostly probably to some investors, obviously at that price point, but they'll be for resale.
There'll be 4 units?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
If you're wondering about hesitation, we're just really concerned about low-quality homes being built in Sweetwater. So that's probably why, that's at least my hesitation with some of this, so.
That's great.
Well, anything built would be through city code.
True.
And there are state laws that control modular homes, that if you wanted to look at those regulations and requirements, there are quite a bit of state laws and regulations that require modular homes to fit a certain level of licensing, so, which is different than a manufactured or a mobile home. They're not required to meet the
Right,
same
right.
strenuous statewide statutory requirements. Not that I'm advocating one way or another, I'm just pointing you to the other available law to read.
Do y'all assemble them on site, or are they built and then truck them in?
They're built off-site and then trucked.
Okay.
We have a comment from staff.
That area right there, have y'all researched the flood zone, the floodplain right through there, have y'all researched that part there, they're clear from all around there?
Justin, the flood zone is actually across the street.
Across the street.
from where
That's my impression.
Okay.
Just make sure I don't put something in the fence.
That's right, thank you.
Okay. Any further questions or discussion?
These again, these laws have been sitting, these specific ones, in trustee since the 80s. Not gaining tax value, at least this way, we're providing, as you heard yesterday, something we're gonna need pretty soon. And I believe typically a lot of these investors, they will purchase these and rent them out, so, as opposed to finding some multifamily developers, which is very difficult, we've tried part of it, it's kind of makes us.
Do I hear a motion?
I make a motion we approve the chapter 380 economic development agreement between the city of Sweetwater and Almond Branch Homes.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. If there's no more discussion, we'll vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And the item is approved. 7K, discuss, consider, and act upon approval of a Chapter 380 agreement and economic development agreement between the City of Sweetwater and Continued Growth LLC for the conveyance and residential development of 1105 Birch Street in Sweetwater, Texas, pursuant to Chapter 380 of the Texas Local Government Code.
So this is for 1105 Birch, essentially the same thing. So it'll be two houses at 1006 Elm. We're just gonna need to get that one more address, shoot for one of those lots. The only difference between this one and the one at 1006 Elm is, Mr. Smith actually purchased another lot that had some substantial municipal liens, already on it for the demolition and mowing of, is it 505 Elm Street. He grabbed this one right before it went up for sheriff's sale. So we worked with, Mr. Sheridan to, kind of, I guess, release the liens, but not necessarily release, since that would not be applicable. He paid the liens and we were then reimbursed him for the $1,000. I probably didn't state that right yet.
No, essentially what the difference on that one was is there was a municipal lien and the city couldn't just unilaterally release the lien. So as consideration for that, the 380 agreement recognizes that the lien was paid and the city was reimbursing that lien, and then it goes into the same as the others requiring construction within 60 days. And others. That's primarily it, was just the way to encourage development where there was a need that we can.
Any further questions? Is there a motion?
Motion. I'll second the motion.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And item 7K is approved. Item 7L, discuss, consider, and award the low bid received for the Avenger Field AWOS replacement to DBT Transportation Services. This is an automated weather observation service system. Questions for Lisa? In front of me, the low bid was 98,000?
99,
99, okay, all right.
99.5, I think.
Lisa, the status of the current system that's being replaced, is it operational?
Barely.
Barely? Okay.
Are you gonna be running it?
No.
Oh, wait, it's automated.
Any further questions or discussions?
Move we approve the bid for DBT Transportation Services.
Second.
A motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye. Any opposed? Item 7L is approved, and now it's time for our city manager's report.
Thank you, sir. Mustang Harbor Splash Pad opening day is going to be April 18th. I know the community's going to be excited about that. Our Parks Department is working hard to have it ready, as usual. We appreciate them maintaining it for the enjoyment and safety of our residents and visitors. Also want to give a shout out to our Parks and Streets Department for preparing for the roundup. They've been working tirelessly getting Newman Park ready, and also, I don't know if most people saw them getting Broadway ready for the parade. And saw Republic out there hauling trash for Newman, so we appreciate that also. We're excited to introduce Sweetwater Stories, a new partnership between the City of Sweetwater and the Pioneer Museum that highlights the people, traditions, and moments that helped shape our community. Pioneer City County Museum Director Leslie Bennett and our Communications and Media Relations Manager Kathleen Cox have worked extremely hard on this project to bring it to life. We're going to share one of the first stories on Bill Ransberger and his lasting impact on one of Sweetwater's most well-known traditions, the Rattlesnake Roundup. Let's take a moment and watch this story.
Bill Ransberger, he got involved early on in the roundup, and his family has said that he was terrified of snakes, but he got involved and he learned how to handle them, and it became so popular. That's how the safety demonstrations came about. In the 1970s, there was a very popular game show, To Tell the Truth. It was filmed in New York, and they would take celebrities and 3 contestants, and they would all say that they were the same person, and then the celebrities had to figure out who's who. So they had to figure out who was the real Bill Ransberger.
What is your name, please? My name is Bill Ransberger. Number 2.
My name is Bill Ransberger.
Number 3.
My name is Bill Ransberger.
But they ended up being able to guess the real one because of his Texas accent.
All right, the time has come. Will the real Bill Ransberger, sir, please stand up? Well, how about that? Now, watch the venomous go.
There it goes.
It'll look like orange juice.
I bet he's mad now.
Yeah.
You're not very happy.
He's not very happy, but
Would you like this yourself?
Peggy, you're a very brave young lady. Thanks, babe. Bill, I want to thank you for being on the show.
And this is the exhibit shows how that they do the snake handling demonstrations. They still do them very similar, where you'll see the snakes and they'll be in the pit with the snakes, and they will show you what to do if you come in contact with a snake.
We're going to continue to partner with the museum to highlight our past, and we're excited about the work that they've done on this, so thank you very much for it.
There we go. That's it. Okay. Is that all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Moving on to item 9, we'll now move, which is to enter into closed session pursuant to section 5510.071 of the Texas Government Code. Consultation with attorney, closed meeting. The city council will meet in closed session to consult with its attorney on a matter in which the duty of the attorney to the city of Sweetwater under the Texas disciplinary rules of professional conduct of the State Bar of Texas clearly conflicts with this chapter, to which the legal position of the city with regard to personnel matters in consultation with the attorney. Ask for a motion.
Motion.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Motion carries. It is 9:50, and we will enter into closed session.